What's up, guys? My name is Cara. I'm a sponsored skateboarder from the San Francisco Bay Area. If I don't say that, you guys say, why didn't you say that? So there you go, I said it. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to build a mani pad. My favorite tricks to do are manuals because they're just so many different things you can do with them. There's so many different variations. It's literally endless variations. So this is a great ramp to start out with, and yeah, get your manis on. Items that you need for a manual pad are 2x6s, a nice finished sheet of plywood, obviously bigger than this one, and I think for this one we went about 1/2 inch, but you want to make sure it's a nice finished one, nice and smooth on top. 2-inch screws and 3-inch screws. The 3-inch screws are for putting the base of it together because they have to go through this. So you want the 3-inch screws to be at least long enough to have a nice section over here to suck into the wood. And the 2-inch screws need to go through this. So these 2x6s on the end are 4 feet long, 4 feet in length, 2-inch, 6-inch. These ones in the middle here are 5 feet 9 inches. And these cross braces right here are 1 foot 9 3/4 inches. So you have boom, middle brace, boom. And then obviously you have to stagger these braces in the middle just so you have room to drill. So you're gonna drill here and here, and obviously you wanna do both sides of all the cross braces, and then that's it. This is gonna be an extremely sturdy ramp. So the first thing that you're gonna do is basically you're gonna start with building the frame. So you're gonna put the 2x6s down, try and put them down how you're gonna have your frame set up so that then you can just begin screwing them in. You're gonna need somebody to stand on the edges and put them together. And actually, you're probably gonna wanna have, if you're too young, you'll probably have your dad use the drill gun and put this together for you. But yeah, anyways, just make sure that you're being really safe with any kind of power tool or building anything like this. So basically, put the 2x6s down and start at one corner, and that's gonna be your frame. So start from the corner, then go to the next corner until all 4 corners are done, and then you're gonna start putting the pieces in the middle and just screwing them together. For the frame, you're gonna be using the 3-inch screws. You can just put 2 screws in there, one on the top, one on the bottom. If you want it to be super extremely heavy duty, you can do 3 screws, but 2 screws is gonna be more than enough to put this frame together. Super simple. Again, just start at the corners, do all of the corners, and then put the insides together, and it's gonna look something like this. You wanna have your cross braces in the middle staggered, just so that you can screw it in. Obviously, if you put them straight together, then on one part of it, you're not gonna be able to screw that together. So stagger the middle cross braces like that. That'll be very helpful. After you're done with that, just leave your frame on the ground, take your piece of plywood, put it down, and you wanna make sure that your piece of plywood is nice and finished because you want it to be a smooth top. You don't want to fall on the plywood and get splinters or anything like that, so make sure it's a nice smooth piece of plywood. So you're going to put your plywood just down on top of the frame that you built. Make sure it's centered. If you need to kick the frame, to make sure that it's as flush as possible, and flush means there's no gap, so it just goes straight down and it's perfectly sitting on top of that frame. And then again, you're gonna do the same thing you did for the frame. Start at one corner, put the screw in, and these are gonna be 2-inch screws. Now on this, you want to make sure that you countersink the screw. And what that means is that the screw is not hanging out, but it's actually pushed into the wood. That should be very easy. Just push down on that drill gun, and as long as you hit the brace on the middle, your screw is going to sink right down into that piece of plywood. This is very important because you don't want to have a screw hanging out. If you fall, you definitely don't want to catch your skin on a screw. So yeah, make sure that the screws are countersunk, and make sure you get enough in there to just make sure that your top piece of plywood is going to be really held down to that frame very well. So put one at each corner, a couple in the middle, and then put probably 4 to 6 in the middle. For that part, it's going to be a little harder to find where your frame is, but you're going to have to just make guesses and make sure that your screws countersink. If you miss the frame, your screw's not going to countersink, and you'll have to pick a different spot and put it in there. Once you got that all done, your ramp's all put together. It's a very, very easy thing to build, and this is actually a great ramp to start with, because not only can you learn to ollie up curbs with this, but you can also get into the basics of manuals. Skateboarding Made Simple Volume 2 covers the manual tricks, so I would highly recommend going through Volume 1, building one of these guys, and then getting Volume 2 and going through all of those tricks. The other thing you can do with one of these is you can actually screw an angle iron onto the side, and now you have a manual pad and a ledge. So it's very dual purpose, and it's a really great ramp to start out with. Thanks a lot for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please click that subscribe button, click that like button, leave your comments below. I really appreciate all of you guys' help and support. You guys are the best.